Hello everyone. Now I'm going to tie an emerger, as you can see in the photo, and for that purpose I'm going to use this big feather compared to my hand, my palm. It's quite large. I guess it's Turkey. I just got it from my Chinese friend. This is the other half. So I'm going to use just a single hurl, and I'm going to use very thin nano silk 18/0 for when I use this thread. I like to cover my hook shank entirely. At first, I start at a place where I want to start with my thorax part, more or less. But you don't have to pay attention to the thread wraps with this thread because it's extremely thin, extremely strong. You can't go wrong with it. It's perfect. So I'll take just one single hurl like this. Just pull it off. And what I like to do, I take both ends and I pull. Okay, and it will break at some point near the tip. Now what I like to do, I just cover this part just to create like tiny little taper over here. And I'm going back with the thread. Like the taper is going to be micro one, as you can see. The next step is going to be just securing everything here, and for that purpose I'm going to use this glue. I find it perfect. This bottle is so good, like you just squeeze the ends and it goes like a little out. It doesn't dry, it doesn't get messy. Okay, now when you have enough, distribute it with your dubbing needle, but bear in mind that you don't need too much of this, so any excess you can just remove with your dubbing needle. It's better to have a little than too much, because if you have too much, it's going to show through the hurl. But it's gel, so it's quite good. I forgot to return my thread, but it's okay. So I'm using my hands to wrap this hurl in not so touching turns, so these little micro barbules will show as ribs here. Okay. Okay, I'm using my rotation function now. Okay, now just catch it here and snip off this part. Okay, so far so good. Now we need to use, what I like to use is just two perfect CDC feathers, small, and there are two ways to do this. You can go directly, create wings, or you can go and have a little bit of fun here. So first of all, you need to know how much you want to extend your wings. So it's like more or less like this. Put it behind like this. Go, so you want your wings to be hook length, so it's like this, but you need to move this for your thorax length like this. Just move it here, tie it on the top of the hook, and this is perfect moment to check if your wings are going to be enough, and I think they will. Now take off, remove this excess CDC. Okay, these scissors are not so good, never mind. So catch the rest of the CDC. Okay, and now you can see that your wings are going to be nice. Now you need thorax, and that's it. For thorax, I'm going to use mix blend of squirrel dubbing and UV dubbing. Nothing else, nothing complicated. It's my own blend. You can make your own at home and make it to suit your needs. Like, that's the best dubbing ever. don't go all the way to the eye, just leave a little bit of room, fold with your nails, hold it on the top of the hook shank, take 1, 2 turns, and then go in front like this. Now you need your whip finish tool and just make 1 or 2 whip finish knots. You can use Sharpie to cover this thread and make it black. I don't think it's so important. Okay. One very important thing, this is a fly that's designed for subtle takes when fish are very spooky on flat surfaces, and the position of this fly is more or less like this in the water, where the surface of the water should be like this, like my nails, so everything else is going to be submerged in water. That's why it's emerger, like transforming just below the surface. It has like nice thin body that penetrates through the water surface, nice thorax and wing case over here. Quite realistic and quite simple. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.